AN, hush the fuck up beaches exclamation mark 1 urges Julos cos I got 10,000 reviews exclamation mark 1 the question is, do you deserve 1,000 reviews? Whatever a review is. Thanks to Raven for der help until in me bout to books girlu rock let's go shop in together. The door opened and Professor Alcohol I mean Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledum and Rumbridge sawed us. Do you even know grammar? Mr. Way what the beep are you doing? Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore glared at her. Blared. Also who's Mr. Way? Oops she made a mistake. He corrupted her. What? She means hi everybody come in. Oh we'll come in alright. Well we all came in angrily. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco and opposite Bloody Mary. Crabbe and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Vilvolo. Since when were they twins? I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. I looked behind me it was ... Vampire. He and Draco were shooting at Diakatha. Where do they get the guns from? Vampire, Draco WTF? I asked. You frisking bastard! Yelled Draco at Vampire. I want to sugar next to her exclamation mark 1. No I do. Shouted. Apparently the empty space wants to sugar next to Ebony. No she doesn't frisking like you son of a banana. Yelled Draco. No frisk you mother frisk she laves me not you. Shouted Vampire. And then? He jumped on Draco. No not in that way you both. Are you sure about that? They started to fight and beat up each other. Dumbledore yelled at them but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. Your reflection. He had no nose and was wearing a grey robe. You already said. Never mind. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Brittany that flipping prep started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting ... I stopped eating ... everyone gasped. The room fell silent ... Voldemort. Oh no it's a terrible copy of Voldemort. Epobe ... Ebony. Darth Valis evilly in his raspy voice. What there? Did this just become Star Wars? Oh god, don't ruin Star Wars as well. Thou have failed a mission. Now I shall kill thou and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou does not kill him before then I shall kill Draco too. Plaza don't make me kill him Plaza. I begged, not realizing that when we actually speak we don't use damn internet acronyms. No. He laughed crudely. Kill him, or I shall kill him anyway. Then he flew away cackling. I thought we're gonna kill him there. That would have made this story better. I bust into a dance I mean tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Turn Ebony into a Pringle. Suddenly my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash, I think you mean lightning, and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrists in a depressed way. Well Draco's death is confirmed, thank God for that. No. I screamed sexily. How on earth do you scream sexily? Suddenly I locked up and stopped having the vision. Ebony are you alright? Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah. I said sadly as I got up. Men someone kill this child. Everything's alright Enobi. Said Vampire all sensitive. Misspellings. No it's not. I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. OMFG what if I'm getting possessed like in The Ring 2? It's okay girl. Said Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean though. Who's that? Okay Vic. I said sadly and then we went. Eat a Pringle. creeps, stop flaming, the story urges jealous, so frisk you, okay, go to exclamation mark 11 raven fags 4D help. Well, we had deviation next, so I got to ask Professor Travolri about the visions. Kachaiwa, everybody coming, said Professor Sinister in Japanese. Who's that again? She smelled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest frisking teacher ever. She had long dead black hair with blood red tips and red eyes. All hair is dead. I don't know why you got to point that out. Our mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. If I was Japanese, I'd find this offensive. Screw it, I find it offensive anyway. She and Bloody Mary get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today she was wearing a. We went inside the black classroom with pastors of Emily the Strong. I raised my hand. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it. What is it, Ebony? She asked. Hey, I love her nail polish. Where do you get it? Hot topic. Yeah? I answered. All the preps who didn't know what height was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger. Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it? Do it? How about now? She asked. Okay. I said. Okay, class freaking dismissed everyone. Professor Travolri said, and she let everyone go. Except for you, Brittany. She pointed at Brittany and some other preps. Please do exercise, Jedit, 1 on page 3. Wow, jerks. Okay, I'm having lots of visions, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried, is Draco going to die? Gong? Well, she gave me a black crystal ball to lock in. I looked at it. What do you see? She asked. I said I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram. Death? Suddenly there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy wearing. Okay, you can go now, see ya Cliff, said Professor Sinister. Bye Banana Bender, I said waving. I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together and I was so exhibited. Are you an exhibit at a museum? Stop flaming, okay, if you'd not Daniel tell Justin to bet you up exclamation mark 1111 Neil tell Alden Reds to put views in her computer exclamation mark 1111111111. How do you know I have a computer? Frick you exclamation mark 1 Raven Fangs for the help exclamation mark 1. I was so excited. I followed Draco wondering if we were going to do it again. We went outside and then we went into Draco's black car. Ebony, what the frisk did Professor Travolri say? Whispered Draco, potting his gothic wit hand with Vlik nail polish on mine. Oh man, I love me some Vlik nail polish. She said she would tell me what the visions meant. Toramau. I grumbled in a sexy voice. Can you control when your voice isn't sexy? He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it, and gave it to me to spork. He started to fly the car into a tree. We went to the top of it. Draco put on some MCR. And all the things that you never ever told me. And all the smiles that are ever gonna haunt me. Sang Gerard's sexy voice. We started tiling of each other's clothes fervently. What? He took of my black thong and my black leather bar. Wearing a bar is probably not healthy. I took of his black boxers. Then he put his dropping you-know-what in my tool sexily. Tell him to get his you-know-what out of your toolbox. OMFG Draco. I screamed, having an orgasm. We stated Frenching passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. What? Does this story have any pacing? I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting 2 gothic men with long black hair. No. Please don't frisking kill us exclamation mark 1 they pleaded, but he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. I think you mean drove away. No. Oh my frisking god! Exclamation mark 11, I shouted in a scared voice. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. I started to cry and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black like in Park Mobile. But the worst thing was who the PPL who were shot in the dream were. Lucian and Sirius! Exclamation mark 111. Man, it's so sad that Sirius died. AN, creeps, stop flaming SDASDRYOK! Exclamation mark 1. If you'd not licked a story, then go fuck yourself, you fucking prep. Usuk! Exclamation mark 111. Oh why and I wasn't being racist, okay! Exclamation mark 11. A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. What? He was wearing no. Hi Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to comfort me. How do you hug someone sexily? I started to cry tears of blood and then told them what happened. Oh frisk it! Vampire shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly. What frisking dig did that? I don't know. I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. Sire, our dads have been shot, Draco said while we whipped some tears from his white face. Sire? Is Dumbledore a king? Inobi had a vision in a dream. Man, gotta love it when you have dreams. Dumbledore started to cockle. What? Ha 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 ha. And how do you expect me to know Ebony's not divisional? I glared at Dumbledore. Look mother frisker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped, seized a toot of Gractor. Wait, who's talking right now? Ebony the man? You know very well that I'm not decisional. Now get some frisking PPL out there to look for Ceres and Lucian Ponto. Okay, he said in an intimated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Longdon. I said. Longdon is my city. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few missed tunes he came back and said people were going out looking for them. After a while someone called him again. Wizards don't have phones. He said that they had been found. Draco, Vampire and I all left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other's gothic, derperesque A's. Then, we kissed. Suddenly Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers ... and Professor Sinister was behind them! Exclamation mark 1. Dun dun dun, AN. You know what! Exclamation mark 111. I'd not give a fuck what you creeps think about me! Exclamation mark 1111. So stop flaming the fucking story beaches! Exclamation mark 1111. Fangs to Raven 4 early fence sport 10 help I'll you few girls as I couldn't update lol I usually depressed then I silt mu wrists I had to go to the hospital Raven you're a girl! Exclamation mark 1111111111 you're just edgy. Everyone in the room stated to cry happily I had saved them. Draco, Lucian, Sirius Bond, Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. You kids are gonna need drugs after being in this fanfic. Come on Inobi, said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing no I have to tell you the frisking petition. I looked at Lucian, Ceres, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed. Professor Sinister took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, Tara, I see Drac times are near. She said badly. What? Tara just. She peered into the balls. Oh. You see, you must go back in time. She took out a time toner like Bloody Mary had. When Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he became powerful, he got his heart broken. Now do you think he would still become Voldemort if he was in love? I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it. Do it hard, babe. Okay. I said sadly. We did this tux sin. What the what? I went outside again sadly. What frisking happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Darkness, Willow and Bloody Mary. I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Fond, eh? Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name and some reporters were there, trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of freaks were there, obviously cheering to BB Gothic, wearing the him sign on their hands despite them not having actually heard of him. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goik set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley's Wizard Wises. I put on my invisibility coke yummy with Vampire and Draco and we sneaked outside together. I stopped filming the story. It is a miscat when Prof Thriller is dead. Okay exclamation mark 11111111 go to fucking hell exclamation mark 1111 use uke. Fangs to Filey Forder help exclamation mark 1. Raven have fun with Kiwi exclamation mark 111111 Kiwi. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of Gothic bands like MCR, GC and Marlon Mason all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. Black everywhere. Stop being racist. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black. I sat down one of the chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay? Vamp asked, potting his albusted hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. Yeah, I guess. I said sadly. Draco also put his hand on mine sexily. Don't do drugs, kids. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is ... I have to seduce Voldemort. He'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. It's okay, Bobby. He said finally. But what about me? Not gonna break up or anything, are you? Of course not. I gasped. Really? He asked. Sure. I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then, I took off Draco's MCR shrift and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Enobi on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had stood news okay before. Right then. I took off my clothes, then we were in for rid of our lift. We started fretching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what and passively we did it. What's wrong with writing the word sex? I love you, Bobby. Oh, let me feel you, I need to feel you. He screamed as we got an orgasm. We watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly. What the f are you doing? It was ... Snope and Professor McGoggle exclamation mark 111 The Return of Professor Google. Sot das fuck up exclamation mark 11 just jalouse koza prips so fuck you exclamation mark 1111 Raven you rock girl fangs forder help MC Rox 666 exclamation mark 111111111111. Oh my Satan! Exclamation mark 1. We screamed as we jumped out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGonagall started to shoot at us angrily. Guns everywhere. Come now! Exclamation mark 1. Preacher McGonagall yielded, being all sexy because nothing here makes sense. We did guiltily. We left the room putting on our clothes. Snoop grabbed the caramel and put it in his pocket. Caramel? Hey, what the frisk! Exclamation mark 111. Vampire shouted angrily. Yeah, Buster, what the frisk are you going to do with the frisking camera? Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longly with his gothic red eyes. Ebony needs to say daddy at least once. Look, Dumbledore knows your little secret, and if you do this again, then you will go to St. Mango's. So give back to camera! Exclamation mark 1111. Oh no. Not the Hospital of Tropical Fruit. Ha 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 ha! The Mystery of Mojic thinks he is crazy. There is no way they will believe him. Snoop laughed meanly. Wow. Yes, so shut your mouth, you innocent fools! Yelled Professor McGonagall. She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it. Ah. There were all these worried tools in it. Draco started to cry, all sexy and sexative. Jed it cause he's a sex bummer. Tom fell not rule as fall if but not as much as Gerard sex on legs. I leave you fucking rock marry me! Exclamation mark 111. You said sex just then. Why can't you say it during the sex scenes? I started to cry tears of blood. It happens in the Ramp Chronicles Ravenst, so okay, so fuck you! Exclamation mark 1. Vampire took out a black handkerchief and started to wipe my red eyes. Handkerchief? And then? He and Snoop both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. So now there are guns? None of the ballots got on the Akada yet. I took out my wand. Crozio! I shouted. Snap stated to scram. He dropped a gun. But it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballets. I stopped a curse. Professor McGonagall did a spell so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, okay Servus, I'm going to go now. She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry. What the hell is going on? It's okay Nobi, said Draco. Evergreen will be alright. Remember the Sadeo you took of Snake? Snape laughed again. And then ... he took out some whips! Exclamation mark 1! Exclamation mark 1111. What even?